Hi all, welcome back. So far we have covered this many types of operators video. So if you have not watched this operators video, I have given link in the description box. From there you can watch this video. So let's start with today's operators video. So friends, I have small program here. String name equals to new string of Java, system.out.println, name instance of string. So can you guess the output? What will be the output of this program? So let's run and see this. So if you try to run this program, you will get output as true. But my question is, how is Java checking the object type here? And what exactly does the new keyword do here? So to understand this, we are going to see today what are special operators in Java. It is also known as miscellaneous operators in Java. So without wasting time, let's get started. So in Java, some operators are used for object creation and type checking. These are commonly called as special operators. So what are special operators? Special operators are used for object creation and type checking in Java. So we have operator new here, whose name is new operator. What is its purpose? Its purpose is to create new objects in Java, and the syntax is new class name. So we have example here, string s equals to new string of Java, and the result will be it creates a new string objects. Next we have instance of operator, whose name is instance of operator only. The purpose is it is used to check whether the object is an instance of that particular class. Syntax is object, then instance of operator, and then class name. So we have example here, system.out.println, we have s, this is reference variable of this instance of string. So the result can be true or false. So now let's see how the new operator object creation actually works. So when we use new keyword, Java creates memory for that object and returns the reference to it. So we have an example here, string s equals to new string of hello. So this is stack reference and this is heap object. So this s is reference variable which will be created in stack. It will have some address. In heap object we will have some address, and the data, this literal data, will be stored here. So here hello is saved. So this store the reference, this store the actual object. So this example, string text equals to new string of hello, if you print this text, the output will be hello. So this is all about the new operator object creation. Now let's move to instance of operator, that is type checking. So how instance of operator work? Instance of checks whether the object on the left side belongs to the class type on the right side. So we have string name equals to Java. So system.out.println name instance of string. So here the output will be true. How? So we have an object Java. It is checking instance of string class. So this name is the reference variable, and this is the object which we are creating. So this object we are creating as type string. So this instance of it will check whether the string is an instance of string or not. Since it is true, it will return the value as true. So these are some of the examples which you are going to see in practical session of the video. Now let's see some of the key points. New is used to create objects. Instance of returns true or false value. It is mainly used for type checking, in inheritance and polymorphism. It helps in writing flexible and secure code. So the important note for this is new is not a method, it is just an operator. And remember this, instance of cannot be used with primitive types. So remember this, this also we are going to see in practical session. So remember, new creates objects and instance of checks type. So friend, let's start with practical session of the video. So if you don't understand the theory part, I guarantee that from this practical session video, you will understand this topic very much clearly. So let's get started. So suppose we have object obj equals to Java. Next, system.out.println obj instance of operator and string. So friends, what will be the output of this program? Let's run and see the output. So the output is true. So how? Most beginners get confused here. They think the variable type is object. So why is Java saying it's a string? Object obj equals to Java. So let's see this step by step. On the left side, we have reference type, that is obj. This means obj can refer to any object because object is parent class. So we have Java here, it's a literal. So what is the actual object created here? It's a string object, right? So the actual object is string and the reference type is object. So how does instance of checks this? So we have obj instance of string. So this obj is reference type and this is the actual object which is stored, right? String. Now Java asks a question. Is the actual object stored inside obj is a string, not the variable type, the actual object. And the object is stored inside obj, right? That is Java. And Java is a string object. So that's why we got the answer as true. Now let's say another example. We have object obj is 10 and then we are writing system.out.println obj instance of string, and again we have system.out.println obj instance of integer. So friends, can you guess the output? What will be the output of this program? The output will be false and true. See, we got the output as false and true. Why? Just now we have seen that obj is the reference type and the data after the instance of is the actual value which is stored inside the object. So this reference variable is checking whether it is the type of that object or not. So here the actual data is 10. It's a type of data. Which type of data? It's an integer type of data, and here we are checking it as string. So here the output will be false. So in the next, it is actual checking that the object is integer. So that's why we got the output as true. So I hope you understand this. Let's say another case. Suppose we have integer a whose value is 10, and I am doing here system.out.println a instance of integer. So see, we have got an error, compile time error. It is saying primitive types and pattern instance of and switch are not supported at language level 25. So this compile time error means instance of operator cannot be used with primitive data types. That's why we are getting compile time error here. If you change here from primitive data type to wrapper data type, let's do this. See, I'm changing it to wrapper data type. Now if you run this program, you will get output as true. So see, we got the output as true. So instance of operator does not support primitive data type. So remember this. So suppose I have a class called vehicle. Okay. I have a class called vehicle and it contains some methods and variables. Just focus on concept. Okay. Now I have another class called car which extends vehicle. Okay. And it has some methods and variables. Now another class, suppose I have class bus which also extends vehicle. Okay. Now again I have another class called truck which extends vehicle. Now suppose in our main method we have object obj, and suppose let's assume we have this method get data which returns the object of this. This object can be car object, this object can be bus object, this object can be truck object. So we are not aware, right, which object data it can contain. So for that, in real world example, instance of operator is used. So in this case, what will happen? Suppose we are getting the data into this object, then how we will do that? Let's see. So in that case, what will happen? Suppose let's take the real data now. We have new bus object. Okay. Now here what we will check, if obj whether it is instance of bus, then we will just print value bus. then else if obj instance of, whether it is instance of car, then we will print car, and at last else we will print truck. So if you run this program, the output will be bus. So see, we got the output as bus. Why we got the output as bus? Because here we have declared what object we are getting, new bus. But I have already told, suppose we have not declared here new bus, and suppose we are getting some data. Let's assume we are getting some data. In that case, how we will know which data it is? It's from bus. It's a type of bus vehicle, or it's a type of car vehicle, or it's a type of truck vehicle. So which vehicle it is, we cannot know, right? So for that, instance of operator is used. So friends, if you are new to my channel, I am creating Java tutorial videos from beginner level, and that too from scratch. So if you don't want to miss any update for my upcoming videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also like, share, comment on the content if this video bring out any benefit to you. Happy learning with Java, and see you in the next video.